Today, we're going to be having an overview of the Warriors Way Apprentice webinar, a 10-day webinar that is subtitled Claim Your Power and Create a Magnificent Life. I'm going to go through it, who it's for, what it does for you, how much it costs, how you can take it. And if you stick around to the end, I have a discount code for a bonus on the price. So stick around and listen to it. So as I said, this is the first level of Warriors Way training. There are 3 levels altogether. This is the beginner level or the apprentice level. And in this program, we learn all about inner strength, mental toughness, true grit, personal power, call it whatever you want. That is the purpose of the Warriors Way Apprentice webinar. The second program in the Warriors Way training is the Journeyman program. That's an intermediate level. And that is about emotional strength, emotional mastery, experiencing self as a loving being, how to have more love in your life, how to be loved under the harshest, cruelest conditions, and why that might be important to you. So that is the second level of training. The third level of training is the Warriors Way Masterclass Bootcamp, and that is about physical strength and nutritional strength and metabolic strength and taking care of yourself like you mean it. And you put those 3 programs all together and you have one powerful, amazing warrior. So today we're just going to be talking about the apprentice level program, the entry level, the beginner level. And let's get to it because we both have lots of other things to do besides listening to this webinar. So what is the deal with personal power? I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember the comedian, this guy who talked about no respect. What is his name? Rodney Dangerfield. Excuse me, I had a little brain moment here. Rodney Dangerfield got famous talking about all the respect that he didn't get. And if you have no power, you get no respect. If you have no power, people shit on you. If you have no personal power, people take advantage of you. If you have no personal power, nobody hears you or listens to you or thinks your voice is important. If you have no personal power, nobody, I promise you, nobody is going to care about your happiness. If you have no personal power, it's going to be very difficult to get your own sweet way. And, you know, we can't always get our own sweet way in this world, but the goal is to get it more often than not. And if you have no personal power, you are always settling, you're always compromising. And again, this is planet Earth here, so we all have to settle and compromise sometimes, but how to minimize that as much as possible. And sure, you can be empowered by somebody else. It happens all the time. But there's a big but to it. Number one, it's a contract. You have to do what that person wants you to do. So, you know, if you're not doing what they want, they can take that power away. So, you know, empowerment through others is always temporary. It can always be a little bit fearful. Are you doing what they want? Are they happy? You know, it's much better. I'm not knocking empowerment. Get it if you want, but it's much better to also always have your own power that you can rely on no matter what dastardly thing happens to you in life. It's yours and nobody can take it from you. So a powerless life is a hard life. It is hard. Why is it hard? Well, number one, because you're blocked, you're stuck, you're paralyzed. You know, that's a yucky place to be. You might be very frustrated about that, you know, that you can't make things happen. You might be fearful. You might have like constant low grade anxiety about what's going to happen. You might be living small. Why? So you're not making anybody unhappy. So you're not disrupting things. So you're not drawing attention to yourself. And you might be tolerating a lot of things that you don't want in it. And again, this is planet Earth. We all have to develop tolerance. We all have to put up with things that are less than ideal. But again, how to minimize that. So it's the least possible tolerating you have to do. And also you're going to feel pressured. You're going to feel overwhelmed. And so all this comes from having no power. And that's what we want to solve here. We want to get you to experience yourself as a powerful being. So we want you to claim your power. And this is why I frame the claiming of power as a warrior's way experience, because the purpose of every warrior, whether it's an everyday warrior or a soldier or a martial arts person, you want to become powerful and strong so that you can fight in battles and win them. And so in the warrior's way, you want to become powerful and strong too. But the only worthy battle is not self-destructing, but more about that another time. So you want to experience yourself as a powerful being. That's the whole goal of this program, to find that power, to experience it, to know it as your truth, to stalk power. And what is stalking power? That is using the experiences that life throws at you to extract power from them. And what is acquiring power? Well, that's the one skill we're going to be talking about in just a minute. It is the power machine. It is the fastest, easiest, most efficient way to acquire power. You want to store power. So, power is invisible. It's a little bit tricky. You don't know you're getting it, but you are. And a vast reservoir of inner power, inner strength starts to develop in you through this one skill. And then one day you wake up and you realize, I'm a powerful being. You want to conserve power. You don't just want to throw your axe away on anything, only for what you want, only for what's important for you. So you're going to conserve the power that you acquire. And when you do use it, it's going to be conscious and deliberate. It's going to be on purpose. You're going to be on purpose. So that is how you claim your power. That is how you learn how to work with your own energy. And it is an amazing experience. So what if I told you? What if I told you there's just one skill that you have to learn to experience yourself as a powerful being? One essential, fundamental, keystone life skill. And what does keystone mean? Keystone means it holds everything together. It touches everything. It's the thing you need, or it's going to fall apart. This is that one skill. One skill. Inner strength, personal power, true grit, self-confidence, self-esteem, all one skill. It's amazing. So only one skill to learn, not 20. You don't have to remember 20 things. Only 1 week to learn it. And sure, you're going to work on developing it more than a week, but you only need 1 week to learn it, not a month, not a lifetime, not 10 years of therapy. You can do the therapy if you want, but if you want this skill, it just takes 1 week. You don't have to solve every other problem in your life. You can if you want to, but you can acquire power without doing all that stuff. And you don't have to revisit your past. And why? Because problems are not solved in the past, and power is not acquired in the past. It's acquired in the present moment. That's all you got. And that's where you acquire it. So the past, if you want to ruminate through that, fine, but that's not going to do anything for you. And there's nothing to prepare. What do you have to do? You have to decide you want power. That's all you have to do. You have to make the decision that you want it, and then you have to act. That's all there is to it. Nothing hard here. And what is this skill? It's an ancient skill. It's a forgotten skill. It was for brujos and men of wisdom and magis and healers and probably witches and shaman. Who used this technique to get powerful? They all did. It's been forgotten. It is a very scientifically oriented principle for getting powerful, because you have to work against resistance. If you're talking about physical power and getting strong physically, what do you have to push against? You have to push against weights, or you have to push against some cardiovascular exercise. Those are resistance that is forcing your body to adapt. And that adaptation is called change or transformation. So we have to use resistance to get ourselves inner strong. And more about that in just a second. And no one is going to give you power. No one is going to give you power. You earn it by working with your own resistance. It's not hard. It's not hard, but a little tricky because of the resistance thing. So stopping is the name of the skill, and stopping is a superpower. And there's only two things we do to make our lives, and it's stopping and going. Those are the two things that all of us have. We can stop ourselves or we can do something. That's all any of us has. And we're very equal in that way. And we shape our lives through our ability to stop and our ability to go. And here in the United States, it's all about going, do, 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 do. And sure, that's important. And we're going to be talking about things you have to do too. But you have to know how to stop yourself to make your life work, or to make it work better. And so it is really quite essential to know how to stop yourself. We are more defined by the things we don't do than by the things we do. I mean, lots of people know me as sugar-free Karen. They define me because I don't eat sugar or foods that quickly convert to sugar. So it's very defining. It's a very fast way to make your mark of who you are, to understand who you are, and to let others know who you are by the things that you don't do. What else do I want to say? Oh, it's a very, it's the only change process available to us. People talk about change. Oh, we're going to have transformation. They talk about it, but they don't deliver because they're not talking about stopping. This is the only tool available to you to effect change, which is adaptation, which is transformation. It is extremely practical. It is extremely efficient, and it is a proven process. And what are you pushing against? You're pushing against the thing that you don't want to stop. That's your resistance. Nobody wants to stop anything. Nothing. Nobody wants to stop. It's a pain in the neck. That's your resistance, and that's what you push against. And in this webinar, you can pick a big thing. Maybe you need to stop drinking or drugging or sexing or whatever it is you're doing. Or maybe it's a little thing. Maybe you just don't want to say fuck in every sentence. Or maybe you want to stop yourself from speeding. Or maybe you don't want to snack in between meals. You know, all you have to do is pick one thing to stop. It can be a big thing or a little thing. You pick that one thing, only one thing at a time, not two things, one thing at a time, and you stop it in this 7-day challenge that we're going to talk about in just a second. All right, fun, fabulous facts about stopping. The first one is, let's see, I have to push in and read it. Oh, when you change a pattern, you change your life. This is it. This is how it's done. You change a pattern to change your life. And what is the pattern you're going to change? Something that you're going to stop. That's the pattern you're going to change. One thing, easy peasy. Okay, this stopping is the doorway to stability. It stabilizes every area of your life. It calms you down. It reduces anxiety. Stability, so underrated, so important. What else? Oh, this is the huge correction to neediness. You know, we think we need tons of things. I need this, I need that, blah, blah, blah. You know, but when you start stopping things, you realize really how little that you need to be alive and to be happy. So this is a huge correction for neediness. And this is especially important in the Warriors Way Journeyman webinar, where we talk about emotional neediness a lot more. But this is a good precursor to that, and you need to pick it up. What else we have? Oh, everybody can learn it. Everybody can learn stopping. Everybody, no exceptions. And it's practical. And what else did I say about it? Oh, it makes your life work. If you are interested in ascension, and that's a word that might not be might not be relevant to everybody, that's about achieving a higher spiritual level. You're not going anywhere if you don't know how to stop yourself. So you're fooling yourself if you haven't picked up stopping. If ascension is important to you, get on the train here. And what else? Oh, it's how you love yourself. It's how you love yourself, because you can stop yourself from self-destructing. And that's love. That's love, baby. All right. What else do we have? When you are conserving energy, when you are holding energy instead of wasting it, that aligns you with the force, with God. with the all-powerful, whatever you want to call it, however you refer to deities, if you refer to them at all, it automatically aligns you with that force, whether you want it or not. It's going to happen because why? Because you're conserving energy instead of wasting it. What else? Oh, it's your signal to yourself and to the world that you mean business. You're making your acts count and you're making your life count, and move over. I'm here. What else do we have? Oh, this stopping action will improve every aspect of your health. It will improve your physical health. It will improve your neurological health a lot, emotional health. Every kind of health will be improved when you learn stopping. So it's a huge trifecta of greatness that you get through stopping. You want confidence? Stop yourself. You want self-esteem? Stop yourself. It's instant. It's instantaneous. It happens just like that. Happens really fast. You don't have to struggle with this. It's just going to come to you. And what else? Oh, it develops your willingness, which is all it takes. It develops your willingness and your ability to do the hard thing. So pushing against resistance, if you're doing weight training, picking things up and putting them down, that's a hard thing. And learning stopping, it's really not hard, but you're pushing against your own resistance. So yeah, it's a little bit hard. You can do the hard thing. You can do it. And that's a really important thing to know about yourself. All right. So those are the 10 fun facts about stopping. In the webinar, you learn 3 life skills. So you learn stopping. That's the one life skill that is really important. The second skill is manifesting, and we're going to talk about that a little more in a minute. And the third skill is self-mastery, self-discipline, walking your talk, doing what you say you're going to do, tracking what you do, correcting what you haven't done. That is the third skill. 3 skills: stopping, manifesting, self-mastery. That's it. And we do it through 2 challenges. The first challenge is the 7-day stopping challenge. Everybody can stop for 7 days, or most people can stop. Or for sure, everybody can stop and start over a 7-day period. And even if you have to stop and start, you're going to be extracting power from the experience. So I deliberately shorten the stopping experience to 7 days. It's important not to ask yourself to do anything for the rest of your life, because you're going to scare yourself, and fear is never useful. So we're going to do 7 days. And then if you're into it, maybe you'll do 7 weeks. And then if you're into it, maybe you'll do 7 months. And a day comes when the time frame is irrelevant, because it's just who you are. But we start with the doable 7-day period. That's it. That's all you ask yourself. 7 days. And these skills, the skill of stopping, manifesting, and self-mastery, are not taught anyplace else. This is revolutionary stuff, folks. It is trailblazing stuff. It is powerful stuff. And it isn't taught elsewhere, only here. So it's pretty exciting, trailblazing. And I know that you're going to get a lot out of it. All right, what else do we have here? Let's see. Why this webinar is different. Well, the first thing you have to know is that you're going to have a high probability of finishing. So other webinars, these are actual statistics. Other webinars, the probability of finishing is 35% to 65%. So 3 to 6.5 people will finish a webinar, average being 1 out of every 2, 50%. In this webinar, your probability of finishing is 95 to 100%. And why is that? We're going to talk about that in a minute, but you have a high probability of finishing because you get me. I am involved. I am with you. I am giving you feedback. You get me. Number 2, you get a reward of 10% for doing all the homework. There's 9 days of homework, and you get a reward for doing that, for doing what you signed up to do. How good is that? And also, it's extremely customized to you, to your life, to your preferences, to your issues. It's all about you and extracting what's great about you. So those 3 things make it pretty easy to stick with it. So it's a very high probability of finishing. There's no waste of time, no waste of money. We just get to it. We do it. I have priced this affordably so that Almost everybody can afford it. I hope you'll agree that this is a really outrageously ridiculous low price for this webinar. And I do make a difference. I ask you to do the hard thing and you do it. And what else? I'm dedicated to your power. The webinar is dedicated to your power. It's a win-win situation. So that's the deal, folks. That's why it's different. That's why it's better. Who is this for? Well, there's folks who hear the call of warriorhood. I hear the call of warriorhood. That word means something to you. That lights my heart on fire. If you're one of those people, this webinar is for you. If you have a behavior you want to stop that you've been working on that's been pesky and problematic, this webinar is for you. It's an alternative to, recovery. Anybody who wants more personal power, you sick of being shit on? Take this webinar. What else do we have? Oh, you want a more magnificent life because you're worth it? Take this webinar. And lastly, do you want to develop self-mastery so that you walk your talk? This webinar is for you, right? All right. What else do we have? Okay. So why do we care about developing a magnificent life? This is the second skill. Manifesting a magnificent life is the second skill in this short but potent webinar, 10 days. And why do we want a magnificent life? Because when you decide to give yourself a magnificent life, and it's a decision, you are saying, I am worthy. I'm worthy of something better, of something more, of something that's important to me. I'm worthy. So it's a statement of your own worthiness, and we all need this. We're all learning how to love ourselves. So thinking that you deserve a magnificent life is your demonstration of worthiness. It's also an act of creativity and imagination. So you're seeing something in your mind that doesn't currently exist. That's imagination. That's creativity. And that's an important skill to rely on and develop. When you use your creativity and imagination, you're automatically aligning with the force, with God, with whatever you want to call creation. Being creative is an alignment with creation. So it's going to happen automatically, whether you want it or not, if that's important to you. Maybe you really find that relevant. And if you don't, it doesn't matter, but it's going to happen anyways. What else? You are making a command. You are not wishing. You are not praying. You are commanding. You are commanding a magnificent life. Is there a difference between, saying, oh, I hope and pray for a better life, or I command a better life? You are going to command it. You are going to intend it. You are going to consciously bring it into reality. You're going to learn a very practical, a step-by-step manifesting process. This takes it out of woo-woo land and puts it into practical land. This is not for New Agers and spiritual beings. This is for everybody who wants a future that's better than their past. This is one of the most important things. So I want you to think of your magnificent life as your warrior shield. Every warrior in the world has a shield of some kind to deflect from attacks and weapons and all kinds of assaults. You need a shield for your own protection. And your magnificent life is your protection. It is the thing that keeps you going when life is hard. And life is going to be hard because that's just the way it is here on earth. And people are going to betray you, and jobs are going to betray, and governments are going to betray, and everything can go bad. And what can keep you going? What can keep you from giving up on yourself? What can keep you taking that next step? The thing that keeps you going is your vision of your magnificent life. That keeps you going, and that is your warrior shield. So that's why we start on it right here in the apprentice program, so that you have a shield, so that you have a reason to not give up on yourself. And that's so important. Your magnificent life is your compass. It sets the stage for where you're going. It helps you make decisions. It's a strategy. It's the way to just eliminate all kinds of waste and inefficiencies. It is your compass. It's so important. And lastly, your magnificent life is your happiness. You don't have to have it to be happy, but you have to have the vision of it. You have to know what you want. Knowing what you want can make you happy. Taking one baby step toward it, the sense of progress can make you happy. So that's what we do for you. We make you happy. So because you know what you want, because you're going for it, because you're worthy enough to give it to yourself. That is why we tackle a magnificent life. What else do we have here? Oh, the 10 benefits of manifesting. What do we have? What is the first one? Oh, it gets rid of this whole victim mindset, poor me. You know, there's no poor me. You are going to command and intend this into your world, and there's nothing poor me about it. There's no reason to feel self-pity or jealousy because you have the power to create what you want. It's going to just eliminate all kinds of confusion because you know where you're going, you know why you're going there, you know how you're going. There's no confusion. It just undoes a whole sense of powerlessness and, you just get out of that whole yucky stuff. As I mentioned before, there's nothing woo-woo about this. This is a practical, step-by-step proven process for getting what you want. There's no waste, or there's minimal waste, minimal mistakes, because it's just so efficient. And what else? It's an active imagination we already talked about. It makes you bold. It makes you confident in your acts. It says, I am important. I love me. I am important enough to give myself what I want. And I am going to make my life count by making my acts count. I'm going to do one thing to take me to this magnificent, and that makes your life count. So that's pretty cool. Who am I? Okay, so I'm Karen Bentley. This is just a quick snapshot of me. As I said before, I make a difference. I am a force to deal with in your life, but I am not a judgmental force. I am a force that wants you to experience yourself as a powerful being. And I will do everything in my power to inspire you to come to your power. Again, I can't do it for you, but I can be an inspiration. It is my passion, my purpose to bring the warrior's way to the world, to bring this power, to bring this self-love, to bring this self-mastery and self-care to the world, and to make it doable and practical and wantable. So that is my purpose and my passion. I am just the master of transformation or change or adaptation or whatever you want to call it. I like to say I walked through hell so you don't have to. I was fortunate enough to have many behaviors that I had to stop and change. So I was a binge eater, binge drinker. I relied on sleep aids so I didn't have to deal with life. I had lots of imbalanced, unwholesome relationships. Because why? Because I was always over giving. So, I've had lots of issues to deal with. Honestly and truly, I don't know anybody. This is my truth. I don't know anybody who's done as much transformation as me. I know something about this and I can share it with you, and I do share it with you. What else? Let's see. I'm an author. I'm a creator. I've done books, articles, interviews, reviews, all that stuff. I wish I kept a list of it. I see myself everywhere, but I don't have a list. I'm sorry about that. I created the sugar-free miracle diet system for binge eating, weight loss, and to stop binge eating. I got into the stopping business through binge eating. I am also the creator of the love experience, where I love me. I love me. It's an amazing in-person experience. If you want more love in your life, come to the love experience. What else did we do? Along with my late husband, I was the co-founder of the Bentley Company, a technology consulting firm. Shameless bragging. I have a degree in education with a major in exercise physiology. I went to Northeastern University, graduated top of my class, valedictorian, summa cum laude, winner of all kinds of awards. Enough said. I was nerd, and I bring that nerdiness to you. And lastly, some fun facts. Let's see. I am a 40-year lover of basset hounds. I just love basset hounds. I have a naked lady art collection, and I love to feel the wind in my hair. So that's enough about me. Because we're here about you and for you. Oh no, I'm going to make you learn some more about me. Here's what some people are saying. So let's see. A gold mine. This is the kind of training that's going to stay with me. I got a lot more ideas. I got a lot of new ideas and I acted on them. From Rohan, do you want to break a habit? Then I recommend the Apprentice webinar. I can confirm it works. That's Nat. And I never thought about having a magnificent life. Now I expect it. That's Allie. All right, so here's the deal. This is what you get. The webinar is 10 consecutive days. It's delivered daily through a video webinar. It's rarely longer than 15 or 20 minutes. I think one or two of them might be longer than that. It's digestible. It's actionable. It's inspiring information. It's content you haven't heard before, so you're really going to enjoy it. A program starts the first Monday of every month and it runs for 10 consecutive days. It starts every Monday unless that Monday happens to be a holiday, then it starts on a Tuesday. Right now I'm limiting attendance to 20 people. And why am I doing that? I'm doing that so that I can pay attention to you. And I do that through your daily homework. You submit homework. I do not judge it. I do not judge you. I do not judge your homework. I do not judge your answers. I respond to it. I give you my feedback. And I am there for you. And that feedback makes a difference. But I have to keep the attendance to 20 so that I can give everybody the individual attention they want and deserve. The cost is $499, but 2 discounts. The first discount is that you get 10% off for finishing your 9 days of homework on time. I pay you to do your homework. You get a reward. So you get a $50 discount for doing your homework. And the second is a discount for watching this webinar. And I think it's the next one. Yeah, here it is. It's right here. Okay, so we get the 3 skills. What do you get? You get the 3 skills. You get stopping, you get manifesting, you get self-mastery. And the self-mastery comes through this tool called the Warriors Daily Code, where you self-select a few tasks, not a lot, a few tasks that you're going to do every day. Then you track them. And if you're not doing it, you correct it. And we talk about it in your homework. So you learn self-mastery through this tracking tool. And those are the 3 skills. Then you get your big discount for listening to this webinar, this little presentation that I'm doing here. And you use the word power when you check out at WarriorsWaySuperstore.com. WarriorsWaySuperstore.com. Use the word power and you can get another $50 discount. And you get these great tools to make this process really work for you. So you get the Warriors Way Daily Code tool. You get the Warriors 50 affirmations to change your mindset, 5 affirmations per day to change your mind. We all have to reprogram our minds so that we're thinking in a more powerful way about ourselves. You get the Warriors Way Facebook community where you can interact with each other and sometimes me. So that is a lot of stuff, all jam-packed into a 10-day program. I hope you will consider it because there is nothing quite like it anywhere. And what else do we have? Oh, you're going to save time because it's only 10 days. You're going to save money because I have priced it as affordably as I possibly can. I have talked to webinar experts and they all tell me I should put a 1 or a 2 in front of my price tag and that I should charge as much as humanly possible. But right now I'm still thinking that I want to reach as many people as possible, but who knows when my sanity returns to me and I raise my prices. This is the most efficient way to become a powerful, happier person. It's an efficient way. I highly, highly recommend it for all people who are sick to death of being shit on and for everybody who wants to take themselves where they want to go. It's going to really reduce a lot of your emotional pain, whatever it is that you're feeling. And what else? Oh, and it's going to improve your health. We already went through that. Every aspect of your health. It's a trifecta of goodness. So it's really got a lot of amazing benefits. And oh, I make you listen to one more Raving Fans page. Sorry, let's see. Let's do one more. I want more. Now I'm a huge Karen Bentley fan. That's from Audra. If you need to get your act together, this will do it. That's Kim. And what's the last one? I got more from this 10-day program than I got for other programs that cost more and took more time. Excellent value. So that is Stephen. All right, what else do we have? All right, so did I answer all your questions? If I didn't, send me an email at warriorswaymastery.com. That goes directly to me. That is my email address, warriorswaymastery.com. No question is too small or too silly. Just ask me. I'm glad to answer you. I'm here for you. And what else? Let's do something great together, you guys. Let's do something great together. I really mean this. It would make me so happy to do something great with you. I want you to believe in your greatness. I want you to mine your own greatness. What's already there inside of you, mine it. And I want you to put it on display. Step up, step up, step out. I ask you to do the hard thing, which is dealing with your own resistance. And you do it. And we do this great thing together. So, what else? Are you ready? Who knows how long my crazy pricing will be available. And all you have to do is make a decision. Go to my WarriorsWay Superstore.com website. What else am I saying? Nothing's going to happen unless you act. Don't forget, it's 20% total discount. So you get $50 back for doing all the homework. Easy peasy. You're going to do it anyway. I reward you for doing it. And you get $50 for using the power code just for watching this little presentation. I mean, that's as good as it gets, folks. You get all my tools. You get the 3 skills. It's a really nice deal. And I would so enjoy meeting you and working with you. What else? Now is the time. Today's the day. Go check it out. If you need more information, you can go to KarenBentley.com, my website. I have a summary of all my webinars there, and you can check them out. What else do we want to say? Oh, this is my favorite. This is one of my most favorite quotes. It's from a guy by the name of Carlos Castaneda, and he chronicled his experience with a character called Don Juan. And this is a quote from that character, from that Don Juan character, a man of knowledge, a shaman. And it is, the change I'm talking about never takes place by degrees. It happens suddenly. And you are preparing yourself for that sudden act that will bring a total change. And if you want change, this is the doorway to it. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'm really, really grateful. I hope to meet you in person someday. And you know the drill with YouTube. You know, we all need the same thing. Please consider subscribing, leave me a comment. I'll answer you. I would love to have a conversation with you. And come back. I can't wait to be with you again. Big love. Bye for now.